So we just got first look at the spot. Check out this view. It's pretty epic. And then I just saw a couple waves. The tide is going really high and it already looks skimmable. I was expecting it to be like super far out and super hard to get, but it's really close to shore and the tide's even going higher and the swell's even building. So I think we're gonna have some fun waves for what it's worth.
Well, that was a good start.
Come on up.
You're not going in the sea, are you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're mental. Them waves are scary. Good luck.
Thanks. Good luck. Holy shit, I'm sweating bullets right now. That was gnarly. This isn't the bad part, but it was just steep, treacherous. Wow. Be careful. We just got down. The waves are pretty big and heavy, kind of Cabo style. And I'm sweating bullets right now, so I'm just gonna hop in right now. It's really high tide right now. And it's like perfect size almost. Like it could be a little smaller, but the tide's gonna be super high. So this
You have a booger in your nose.
So it's pretty good. It's just like if it was like more clean, I guess. It's just like, it's got a good shape and a good wedge to it, but it's in between surfing and skimming. And there's just a lot of water. It's just a little difficult to get the bombs, but I haven't skimmed in like 6 months, so go easy on me. We just got done skimming. The swell is like a 3 to 4 foot plus like swell. And here's kind of the T-Rex cliff thing that you see. And then it's all closed off along this. So the swell comes in from over here and it kind of does like a Sununga thing. But it's like getting really high. The in-betweeners are gonna just like mid straight skim waves, but it's cool to like obviously skimboard something that's new, and like the scenery is pretty insane here. And there's the walk, or like where you go to walk down. But I skimmed, I got a couple like meager waves. Like the size is like pretty cool for like in like boogie boarding or like soft top surfing, basically. Even like soft top surfing is pretty hard to make anything, whether it be the drop or even the like wedge. Here's kind of like a smaller one. Like this is, no, that's like a, oh, there's like a crap ton of water moving. So even skimming the small, oh, this one's nuts. See, it's like cool to watch. It's cool to watch, but the timing for skimming is like really hard because you're basically dropping your board when all the water is receding. You're like going back into the water, so it makes you slow down. And the tide's rising, so it's getting close. Like the wedge is getting closer and closer to the sand, so it's making it harder to surf. But low tide, I think it would be like super far out and even harder to skim. So I think you need like a 2 to 3 foot swell, like pretty, like more on the smaller side to get like pretty prime skim conditions. This isn't bad to be on the beach here, like on a random day. Like I only have 2 days on the island, so this isn't like, it could be way worse, like unskimmable. But like, it kind of reminds me of like almost like a Sununga mixed with West Street. And then this just like goes all the way down just to like, this is just like no man's land. But right here, it's just like, it's super sick to watch almost. It's almost getting more skimmable, I guess. I think this cider would be like now, like backside. I don't know. It has potential though. But like, watch. So we're skimming here. It's like this is breaking, and then like this is pretty much the biggest cider I've kind of seen today. But it's like fickling and like not really breaking. But then like if you were to surf, it's just kind of close to shore. But like, I would say like there is a lot of water moving, but like this setup right here is pretty freaking clean. Like bottom turn, this just kind of fading, and like, I don't know, it's just kind of gnarly. Oh. It's like if you drink 10 Red Bulls and paddled out, you'd be psyched, but I think a mid-tide would look kind of interesting here for surfing. But then you also have the factor of cleanup sets, and you're like, all these like waves coming in like this are probably breaking on your head. But look at this, it's just like, oh my gosh. Oh, this one's nuts too. You can kind of chip in right there. Yeah, that one was sick, but like then you just die right there, you know? So it's like sick for soft top or boogieing as of right now, and this is like a 3 to 4 foot swell. That is heavy, like it is heavy. But it's pretty eye candy, like look at this. But yeah, the tide's getting like super high, so I'm just kind of chilling and watching these crazy wedges. But I haven't skimmed in like 8 months, so I'm kind of rusty. But yeah, I think like on a 2 to 3 foot day, this would be sick. And I'll show you if you're like skimboarding or like a skimboarder, I'll show you like the in-between things I was skimming. So it's just kind of like meager, kind of like liner stuff. That's just like, imagine just like Cabo, but just like, you know, that high tide, and it's just kind of giving Cabo vibes, where the small waves don't really break that well. And then like the timing of the big ones is like impossible. And then if you were to like plane out, there's just so much water moving. It's like so hard. So even this one is like kind of a small one, but like that timing is just so weird, you know? And then you got these little secondary liners, but I tried a few and it was like just closing out. So like the start of the cider, but it's just like, again, that's like dead water. Maybe go right now and then just kind of get like a meager, you know. Here comes like a little mini cider. Maybe go right now and just kind of foam climb it and then do like a little alley-oop. But like when you're actually skimming, it's like those waves just kind of go over your head. Like you're just not even looking at those things. But yeah, it's a super sick spot, and I think it has like pretty good potential. I think the wall is like, I don't know, the wave doesn't ride along the wall, I think, well enough for it to be a skim cider. So I think it makes a wedge and it makes a cider, but I don't think it's like has any like, I almost think like the cliff or the cave is like too deep, like inside, that there's no like, there's nothing for it to kind of make a foam ball or a initial foam ball. Here's like an in-between wedge, but like watch, it's like really dead right here, and then if you go over there, it's like you're wrapping a backside, or it's just like, you know, that's like a reachable wave, but it wasn't a good wave, if that makes sense. This one's kind of a good reggae wrap, but again, there's dead water and it's like sucking out and then it breaks, so it's just kind of like, but I think low tide it would be unskimmable. Two to 3 foot swell on a mid to rising tide is probably prime skimboarding. I think if you're a bodyboarder, I think 3 to 5 foot swell. And if you're gnarly, probably like mid tide. And surfing, definitely bring a soft top. And yeah, I'd shoot for like a 4 to 5 foot swell if you're surfing, probably, and mid tide, probably mid to rise. I think the skim would be firing right now if it wasn't so big, but since it's so big, it's just, there's so much water moving, it's just so hard. Or it's just like, you know, it's just like not sick. But when it's like not, when there's no sets and the in-betweeners, and you know, if that was kind of the case the whole time, it's just like the sets come every like 5 minutes, so it's just all the water's like stays the same. It always breaks right there, and then it seeps into this, unless it's a fat set. I think these are the best skim waves. So it's like super flat, and then like just this mini cider comes in. It's just like a mini wedge right here. It's like, I don't know, that's pretty much the best I'm gonna get today right there. Anything else is just like either too big and hard to get, or if it's even this one, like it's still small, but like watch. It's just like the water's receding, and then it's like breaking as it's receding. The timing's really hard. And then like, I don't know, this one's pretty sick, but there's a little bump in front of it. Yeah, see, it's just like, I mean, if you're Gordon Ramsay, you could probably catch some sick ones, but that was a psycho set. Oh my god. Wow. That was the biggest wave I've seen. Watch this stuff. Oh my god. This is the biggest set I've seen. This is peak high tide right now. Oh, that was sick. Over there, it creates a like a left wedge. Not right here, close, but like out that rock creates a side wedge over here. Oh my. Mutant. Jeez. Oh, this is a sick cider. Oh, that one's fully cruisable. That was a sick set. Here's Mr. T-Rex. Sick. This is our second session. My legs are really tight. I haven't skimmed in 8 months, and the waves aren't that appetizing, but I'm just gonna do this for the skim community. kind of gets you to understand how difficult it is, how it looks like without like mind surfing. But the swell is bigger, so I think I could maybe surf a wave. I can maybe paddle into one of those. And then I'll probably lose my board and die, but yeah, I'm gonna catch a couple in-betweeners. The in-betweeners are pretty not that exciting, so yeah, I'm just doing it. Here we go. As you can see, it's not that sick. So if I was out on this skim right now, I think it'd be a bad situation, given how bad the current and like everything's going on. Okay, the tide's dropping actually. It's making the sand more like hard, so it's easier to run. Versus the high tide was making it all soft. But the tide had just started dropping, and it's kind of like turning on actually. I would like to chip into one of these sideways. Like, watch this one. But it's so bumpy and wild that 90% probability I'd like try to pop up and I'd fall. And then I'd be stuck in all of this. So, I mean, I would survive, but okay, well, the tide started getting lower and it started to trick me, thinking that I could catch some of these siders on the smaller ones, but it's just like, it's basically like Sununga, so it's really hard to like get out there, and also the side wave isn't like as predictable, and it's really hard to catch, and it's not even like really working, so we're just like crossing our fingers every time we're going. So we're probably just gonna head out at this point because it's just gonna get lower and lower. But I do think this spot has really, like really good potential on a smaller day with a little bit more slope here. And I mean, right now it's not, yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, and let me know what you think of this spot in the comments.
Kiss the camera. How cute.
We just got done with the hike up. Pretty freaking brutal. I was just sweating bullets, and I don't sweat that hard usually, but I was just sweating down everywhere. And took us 30 minutes. The average is 40. So skimming all day and being in the sun all day, I'm probably gonna be so cooked. And we've had Snickers today. I've had chips.
That's it.
And pistachios and some nuts. And it's 4 p.m. I think, 5.
That's how
And
you
we
live
woke
on a
up
budget.
We woke up at 5:30 or 6. And yeah, they're building an elevator, so I recommend using the elevator when it's come when the elevator is built. You need a ride?